Harold rolled his eyes and followed closely. "Grandma, are you really going to give Claire the position of director?" When he walked to a place where there was no one, Harold couldn't help but speak directly. Old Mrs. Wilson frowned slightly, and said coldly, "I have promised Claire, why can't I give it to her?" Harold still insisted, "Grandma, you can't let her be the director." The Lady Wilson asked back, "Why? She won such a big contract. She is the company's hero and deserves to be entitled." Harold hurriedly said, "Claire was able to win the Emgrand contract because Wendell from the Jones family was behind her back. I heard that Wendell went to her house yesterday. Emgrand Group signed a contract with us today. What a coincidence. You see, 80% of it is because she slept W.T.H. Wendell." The old Mrs. Wilson looked sullen and said, "What you said is true." Harold said plausibly, "Of course it is true. Wendell did go to see Claire last night. You can find out after checking." After that, Harold said to Mrs. Wilson again, "Grandma, she is a married woman at first. If the matter between her and Wendell is spread, let people know that our Wilson family got the Emgrand Group contract by this means. Where do you put the face of the Wilson family? Where do you put your face?" Old Mrs. Wilson frowned. She had already believed most of it in her heart. Wendell liked Claire, she knew it. On her birthday, Wendell also gave a jade amulet worth 3 or 4 million. This also reasonably explained why Claire was able to get a 60 million contract. At this time, Harold said, "If you let such a shameless woman be the director, then our reputation will be even worse. At this time, we must choose someone else to be the director, and then we will also give credibility to the project. Go to other people, and it's best to choose a man. This can avoid gossip to the greatest extent." Old Mrs. Wilson nodded gently. She believed Harold's words 80%. Looking at it this way, she really have to choose another director to eliminate rumors. If everyone knows that Claire and Wendell got the contract before they get the contract, he can explain to the outside that he is getting the project with the new director, and he is definitely not relying on Claire to sell meat. Moreover, the Lady Wilson has a selfish heart. She really doesn't like Claire. Moreover, she has always favored sons over daughters, and does not want to see Claire's status and strength in the Wilson family grow. She must be contained to ensure that the Wilson family's assets will not leak to outsiders. When she thought of this, she had already made up her mind. So, she looked at Harold and said coldly, "Harold, in the future, you must listen to me. You can do what I ask you to do. You can never do what I don't let you do. Understand?" Harold immediately said faithfully, "Grandma, don't worry. What you say in the future will be what Harold will do. I will fight wherever you refer." "Yeah." Mrs. Wilson nodded with satisfaction, and said, "At the banquet tomorrow, I will tell everyone that you are the new director and are fully responsible for the cooperation with the Emgrand Group, but you must remember that you must be obedient. I can lift you up, and I can step on you." Harold was ecstatic in his heart and quickly said, "Grandma, don't worry. Harold must be obedient." When she came out of the Wilson Group, Claire was extremely excited. Tomorrow Grandma will officially announce her new appointment, and she can finally be proud of it. Thinking of this, she couldn't help saying to Charlie, "Charlie, thank you. If it weren't for your encouragement, I wouldn't dare to take this task." Charlie smiled and said, "My wife, you deserve it." After speaking, Charlie said again, "By the way, my wife, do you want to celebrate such a big event?" Claire nodded. "How do you want to celebrate?" Charlie smiled and said, "It just so happens that the anniversary of our 3rd wedding year is coming soon. Let's celebrate together. I'll make preparations, you don't have to worry about it." Claire asked in surprise, "Are you trying to surprise me?" "Yes." Charlie nodded and smiled, "I just want to prepare a surprise for you." Claire felt a little sweet in her heart, and said, "Then I won't ask you exactly what it is." Charlie said, "Don't ask, just wait." In order to prepare a special wedding anniversary for his wife, Charlie thought of many plans. The whole is mainly based on compensation. After all, he used to be poor and didn't have the money to buy gifts for his wife, and he didn't even give his wife a formal wedding. Now that he has money, he must compensate her well.